Okay, let's get started now with segment 3. We were unable to finish the review on pages 108 and 109. So at this time, let's continue. We finished page 108 through exercise 2. So right now, let's start with exercise 2B, okay? So I'm looking below B. It says write. Okay, now this exercise applies to the previous exercise. So we went over the answers in the green colored box. So now, looking below, we have A, B, and so on. B, we have the answer or the complete sentence. So for A, we need to create the question. Let's make a question based on the information that we have in B. Okay, so let's see B1. We have who blank. So let's look at B first. How has been applying for a job. Okay, so how is the gentleman from the green box, the work experience paragraph that we finished just before. So what's the question that I should ask here? Who has been applying for a job, right? We want to use the present perfect continuous tense in the answer. So let's go to number 2. What blank? We want to make a question here. So let's see B. He has been looking for a job as a computer technician. Okay, so we have what, not who. So what do you think? What job has he been looking for? What job has he been looking for? Okay, that's the answer for 2A. Number 3, the question is where blank. So let's check B. Hal wants to volunteer at his son's school. We have the answer, at his son's school. So where does Hal want to volunteer? Where does Hal want to volunteer? He wants to volunteer at his son's school. If you notice the verb tense, he wants. This is not a perfect tense. This is present tense, isn't it? So I need to make my question a present tense question. Okay, so any questions on exercise B? Now, let's move on to the next page. Okay, I'm going to turn with you to page 109. You will notice that there is a little bit of pronunciation practice. This is something that is very useful in English and a little bit challenging to practice. We're talking about connecting or linking. So let's say I link my fingers together. This action connecting together is link. So first word, second word, and they will connect. So we have talked about American pronunciation a lot, that we often shorten words, we connect many words, and we soften a lot of consonants such as T and D. So this exercise, we're going to practice connecting two words together. Okay, let me give an example first. Okay, this is a phrasal verb, call up. So call up. What's the meaning? Let me call up my friend later today. I want to talk to her. Do you notice? The last letter is L. It's a consonant. The next word, first letter, is a vowel. Okay? So what happens is I connect the L with the U. So let's try it. Call up. Call up. It sounds like L-U-P, lup, lup. So let me get closer. Call up. Call up your friend today to say hello. Call up. So if you look on the top of page 109, first, let's listen to a few examples. I see my cat. She wants to join the class. Okay, let's look at 3A. I'm going to play for you and listen closely to the words that are connected. Listen to the middle section where you hear the last letter of the first word connecting with the first letter of the second word. Are you ready?
Page 109, exercise 3A. 1. Clean up. 2.
Think about.
3. Turn up. 4.
Fill out.
5. Interested in. 6.
Throw out.
7. Put on. 8.
Tired of.
Okay, let's pause here. I am going to repeat them once more and see if you can follow exactly what I'm doing. All right, ready? Clean up. Clean up. It sounds like a N-U-P, clean up. Okay, the second one, think about. Think about. Think about. Okay, it sounds like cub out. Cub out. Think about. 3, turn up. Turn up. Okay, nup. Sounds like nup. Turn up. Do you hear that? Number 4, fill out. Fill out. Sounds like lout. Fill out. Number 5, interested in. Interested in. Sounds like din. Din. Interested in. Can you hear it, the last syllable there? Okay, number 6, throw out. Throw out. Sounds like wout. Throw out. Number 7. Now, if it's correct, I will say put on. Put on. And you can hear the T more clearly. But we will soften the T and we won't hear it very much. Ready? Put on. Put on. It sounds like dawn, dawn, put on. Can you hear that? Okay, the last one, tired of. If I say correctly, tired of, you will hear me separate the words, but we are linking these together. Tired of, tired of. Do you hear dove, dove, tired of? Okay, now if you like, pause again and repeat. Use your cue reader, okay? It's going to look something like this. Sorry, okay? Going to look something like this, and you can listen again or as many times as you like. Okay, so now let's go below to part B. And I'm going to let you listen one time. You just need to listen and repeat. We have a full question or a full sentence, so a little bit more challenging to practice at home. All right, let's see if we can pull up this one. It's not working. Let's try it one more time. Okay. I apologize. Problems with technology. Okay. Well, I don't seem to have the connection suddenly, so I am going to read these, and then can you repeat after me? Okay. 1A, I'm looking at part B. All right, here we go.
Page 109.
There it is.
Exercise 3A. 1. Clean up.
Okay.
2.
Think about.
I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Well, listen
3.
again.
Turn up. 4.
Fill out.
5. Interested in. 6.
Throw out.
7. Put on. 8.
Tired of.
Okay, now let's continue to part B. Are you ready? Okay, for some reason it's not playing, so I will continue with the next part. What do you need to do? I have to clean up the kitchen. I have to clean up the kitchen. Can I help? Sure. Could you throw out the trash? Throw out the trash? I'd be happy to. All right, number 2. Don't you think it's cold in here? It's a little cold. Why don't you turn up the heat? That costs too much money. You can put on my jacket. Okay, put on my jacket. All right, now if you have luck, try at home using the cue reader and see if you can listen again. I apologize that mine is not playing for part B, but it's a good chance to practice the whole sentence connecting the sounds together. All right. If you look below at part C, we see there is an exercise to talk and practice. So if there is someone at home that you can practice with, that will be good. See if you can pause and practice with someone. Okay. In the meantime, how about I will read A and you read B. All right. So we'll try C together one time and then you practice again with someone else. Ready? Okay. Number 1. Do you need some help? Okay, well, just fill out this application and return it to me. Don't forget to put your name on it. Okay, now let's go to number 2. This time you read A and I will read B. Okay, let's begin. 2A. I may be interested in buying a big screen TV. Thanks, but I'd like to just look around some more. Okay, let's go to number 3. We'll switch again. I read A, you read B. Do you want to go to a movie tonight? That's fine. There's a good game on TV. Okay? I hope that you practiced with me. Let's go to number 4. And you read A, I read B. Ready? Start. Fill out this form, please. Sure. I just need to put away these papers. Okay. How did it go? A little bit awkward? If you were following along, you hopefully read the other part. Okay, now, if you want to continue this practice at home, write some more questions. Based on these examples in exercise A, okay? So we have clean up, think about, turn up, fill out, interested in, throw out, put on, tired of, okay? So we have done a little bit of practice with linking two words together, especially these are phrasal verbs. So phrasal verbs, we're going to practice linking the two words, okay? So turn on, turn off, stand up, sit down, think about, go out, many more, okay? So let me, at this time, call your attention to the board behind me here. You can see that I've changed our plan today a little bit. And in segment 3, right now, we have finished the review of units 7 and 8. So for a moment, let me remind you everything that we have talked about in unit 8. Okay, we practiced the words for and since. When to use for. And we talked about we need to use it in a period of time, for 3 months, for 10 years. And we often see a number in that. What about since? Okay, we need a beginning point and an end point. So we often use last, since last year, since last week, since yesterday, since a specific date, since 2010, okay? We talked about some work-related vocabulary and work-related idioms. In the previous day of class, at the end of day 2, I reviewed with you all of the vocabulary and all of the idioms. So now it's up to you. You have to practice, all right? We also talked about present perfect continuous verb tense, okay? So have been plus ing or has been plus ing. Okay. We also talked about phrasal verbs. And we just finished practicing pronunciation, linking phrasal verbs. We mentioned that there are 2 kinds of phrasal verbs, separable and inseparable. If it is separable, then I can put the object in between the 2 words. For example, call them up. Call them up. Now, in this case, I cannot say call up them. I have to put the object pronoun in the middle, in between. So I hope I didn't confuse you last week. So if it is inseparable, that means I cannot separate the phrasal verb. So they usually will stay connected, stay together. Last week, I gave you, I think, a list of a few of inseparable phrasal verbs. Okay, now, at this time, I would like to remind you about the homework assignment from last week. So I asked for everyone to submit to my email a formal thank you email. A formal thank you email. And I mentioned that you could use the example from the workbook, or you can use a personal example. So it's another chance for you to practice the grammar, to practice the vocabulary, pardon me, and to practice idioms. So I challenge you, if you have not finished it, try your best to finish and submit. And I will do my best to grade and give some comments as soon as possible, so we can continue this online partnership in a creative way. And also, did you find a conversation partner? If not, contact a former class member from your same class location, whether it was Vision Church or Korean Church of Atlanta. Contact someone and find out, can you practice together? So try your best to do more practice at home, and if you don't, you might forget. So good luck. So for now, this is the end of segment 3. Today's segments for me have just flown by. They went very fast. So how about very quickly, if you like, I will introduce you to my cat, because she's been walking around my feet during this lesson. Okay. Here's my pretty kitty. Isn't she pretty? So say hi, Petunia. All right. Why not? Some weathercasters have used their cats during the weather forecast recently. So I hope that you will have a wonderful day and do your best to practice. And I will see you in a little while for day 2 videos. Take care.